Hey guys, Engineer Wannabe here, and I am joined by a few of my friends. It's good to see everyone here. Good to see you, Torin, Colin, and Bobby, and everyone in the chat as well. It's really good to see you all. Thanks for joining us and spending Saturday evening with us, or night. It is night, but yeah, let's go around the panel, say hi, and let us know what's on your wrist. And we'll start with Torin. Torin, how's your week going? And what's on your wrist?
Yeah, my week's been going pretty good. I started a new job last week. Most of the clients are in the States, so it was pretty light because, of course, it is their Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was nice. This evening, I got the old Explorer.
Nice, nice.
Cool. Nice. Very nice.
Yep.
And Bobby, how's your week going? How's your holiday week going?
It's good.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving to all the American listeners out there. Weekend.
Yeah. Happy
Um,
Thanksgiving.
and Black Friday, I guess.
Yeah.
I was in the hospital yesterday, so I was
Oh,
working, but I'm off today and tomorrow, so
nice.
hopping onto the thing. And what I'm wearing is one of my favorite watches,
Oh,
Oh, nice.
the Reverso Rouge with the blood red dial.
very cool. And Colin, how's it going, man? First time on the
Hey,
Engineer
man.
Wannabe channel. It's good to see you.
Is this the first time? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. First
Good
time.
to see you too. My internet is my internet's not so good right now, so
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
what's
all right.
going on. I got Marcus's internet connection tonight, I think.
Yeah.
I've got the GMT Master.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
on
Cool.
the Jubilee, right?
Yeah, I've been wearing it. Yeah. I'm wearing it all week actually, and loving
Yeah.
it too. I'm totally happy wearing this every day.
Yeah. How long have you had that now?
Year and 3 months, maybe 3-4
Wow.
months.
Yeah. That's quite a feat when it comes
For
to this
Sanjay,
channel.
that's a lifetime for Sanjay.
My
Yeah.
oldest watch is 1 year and 6 months. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Let's say hi to everyone in the chat. We got Dan, who's first. Good to see you, Dan. Neff is here. How's it going? Peter and Chaz from the Berg. How's it going, Chaz? Bill, how's it going? Justin, we got Jason, we got Steve. Steve, hope you're doing well, man. I already said hi to Bill. Easy Clayton's here too. Good to see you, sir. James Duffy. Dan saying the pen should be in the hand. Yeah. Hey Keith, how's it going? We got Darren here as well. And Rick, how's it going, Rick? Hope you're doing well. Scott's here. And yeah, Colin's here. It's a real treat. Good to see
Yeah.
Colin.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nom Anor. We can talk about the SLGA 007 in a bit. Pierre Martin, how's it going? Good to see you. Jared is here as well. Hey, Wilson's here. We got Tennessee Mike. How's it going, Tennessee Mike? Justin Torrance Power Stash is coming in strong.
For people who aren't aware about this, I'm actually growing it to raise money for men's health through Movember, which is, I think is it done in Ontario? I don't know if it's done in other provinces, but
is that not like a worldwide thing? I thought.
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Well then, great. Yeah. So
I think
Everyone
it
knows.
started in Canada, and then it
Right, it
spread
it grew.
to other
Yeah.
places.
Pardon the pun there. Yeah.
That's
So
good.
we'll see if this actually sticks around for a few more days. But,
Yeah, it suits you, man. It looks good. We got Ken here as well.
Sorry, guys. Am I really laggy?
You're behind. You're about
Everything
5
seems really
seconds
delayed.
behind, I think.
All right, I'm gonna
Okay.
kick myself out. I'll come back.
Yeah. See you soon. Hey, Reinhard is here too. We got to have you back on, man. We miss you. Um, let's see. Hey, Karan is here. Good to see you. And I think that does it. Hey, Deb's here. Deb's here. Good to see you, Deb. And yeah, there we go. We got it. We got it. All right, guys. So
Hey, when Colin gets back, do you want to do your own wrist check or like?
I always forget. Thanks, Turn. I'm wearing the SPGY 003. Funnily enough, the oldest watch in my collection. So
Nice,
Um,
nice.
yeah, on the Bubel strap. There's the
Ooh.
back. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I meant to switch watches when I got home, but things things kind of, what would you say? I hit the ground running when I came home, so to speak. The kids were instantly on my legs, so which is fun. But yeah, that means a few more marks on the SVGY 003. Yeah, so for tonight, I was thinking we can chat about a bunch of stuff, but mainly I was thinking about analyzing the downgrade is what I named the stream. I'm not sure how long of a topic that will be, but especially us who flip a lot, we tend to go up and down the ladder. I know I have, that goes without saying, and yeah, so climbing up and down the ladder, it's for example, going from in the case of a few examples within our little group here, we have Corey, who climbed up to Grand Seiko but then came back down, technically, theoretically, or practically, I guess, came back down to Seiko. We have our buddy Clayton from the Watchdog podcast, not AZ Clayton, but the other Clayton. He went back down from a Grand Seiko as well to a Seiko diver, which cost a bit more, I think, than that Grand Seiko. Maybe about the same parity, maybe, but. Yeah, I was thinking that we could maybe discuss this, talk about if we've done it ourselves in our collection. Um, I know it really applies to people who trade watches a lot, right? Um, and I don't know if that applies very much to you, Bobby, but yeah, I was thinking I'll go through a couple of points that I wrote down. I figured I should have maybe a little foundation, so I did a bit more prep than normal. But basically, a couple of reasons why I know I've um, downgraded, so to speak, is that I wanted something new. The most basic reason, I've wanted something new. The watch fund was a bit dry, and oh, we got Colin back. How's it going?
Am I better?
Yeah,
Yeah, you look
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that was rough, man.
yeah. You sound good now. Well, not that you sounded bad, but I think
It was
you're
I was way off. You guys were like talking when I had already finished. It was just weird. It was
yeah. All right, well, that works out. I forgot to ask guys in the chat. Let us know what's on your list. We'd love to see that as well. But yeah, like I was saying, I was gonna blow through just a couple of points talking about why we downgrade, why I have downgraded in the past, and maybe we can pick that apart a little bit, and then go on chat about other things. So, main first reason was get something new. Basically, the watch fund is dry. There is no money in the bank, but I want something new, so I will downgrade. Um, that is something I've done in the past. I think the El Primero was one of the opportunities I had to trade in. I can't quite remember what I got for that. I feel like it was two watches, a Grand Seiko and a Speedmaster, maybe. I can't quite remember. I'm pretty sure that was it. So that was about a year and a half ago. I had a Zenith El Primero 38 millimeter Chronomaster, and I thought, I can't do Zenith right now. I just feel like I'm not appreciating it. I have a better chance to maybe trade it into a couple other pieces, and that's what I did. It was a great deal for me, but yeah, that was one of the reasons why I've downgraded to get something new. Another one is to go back to something familiar. I've done that. Um, so in the case of I think an Oris, I've traded so that I can go back to an Oris that I know and love, that I've had before, but I didn't feel like putting in the work to find something new to try out. That's one of the reasons I've done that. Another reason would be I feel like I've connected with a different or a lesser, theoretically, also still lesser brand, or at least through the community's eyes, a lesser brand like Grand Seiko. So I've done it that way, and yeah, I guess 3 points is good enough for now. Basically, the reasons why I've downgraded, and I was wondering if you guys have had any experience downgrading. I know this doesn't really apply to you, Colin. Um,
Why not?
yeah, I don't see you as like I mean, you're kind of a flipper, but not really. You kind of you play the long game, right? At least in
I,
my eyes.
no,
Um,
I don't.
Is that because he has a Rolex for more than a year?
Yeah, geez, this guy's calling me a flipper after I've had a more meaningful relationship with this
Exactly.
than anything you
But
have.
Sanjay said it in a nice way. He said you're kind of a flipper. It's not like
well, I was thinking Cartier Santos. I was thinking Longines.
Yeah,
You can have.
Chaz actually just said it. I'm a climber, which is a good way to
Oh,
put it. I kind of buy, 3, 4 lower end watches and then package them up and sell them to get something have really wanted, something more expensive. That's how yeah, that's a good
yeah,
way to explain it.
yeah. That's
Although
really
I
good.
do have some comments. I mean,
Yeah,
I have been, you know, I've got a few things on my list that are pretty expensive, quite expensive.
yeah.
But I don't really live in an area that's dangerous or that there's a lot of crime and theft and stuff. But I have to admit that I see a lot of the stuff online of people getting held up for their watches and stuff, and it makes me second guess that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And I start thinking, well, maybe it'd be kind of cool to just own IWCs or to, just get some stuff that's more under the radar and just enjoy those. So it's crossed my mind a lot lately, actually. Um,
are you
so
referring to like the precious metal stuff that you have?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
probably like
like
the more blingy type of things that
yeah, and
probably.
even like something like this, like most people where I live don't know what it is, but and I don't really go places where I'm flashing it around. But there's always that what if kind of thing. Um, so yes, I've been thinking about getting another precious metal watch, and it'd be pretty flashy. And I'm starting to think, well, is that really the best thing to do?
Yeah,
So yeah,
I think the point that I think it's if you have the precious metal bracelet, that's where it gets really blingy, and
mm,
that's I can understand your concerns to that aspect,
yeah,
for sure. I think the location where you live is probably pretty good, globally
yeah,
speaking.
yeah.
But I can completely understand that aspect. And so, but the question would
Mm.
be, would you consider just liquidating it and then just enjoy, like you said, IWC or something like that? Would you just say use keep the majority as a fund and then use it for like something like an IWC
Yeah, I
for the
mean, like, yeah,
or
that just sits in the bank right now, and I don't even wear it because it's just I feel self-conscious. So, eventually, maybe when I've had it long enough and it's safe to do that, and move on from it without getting in trouble, then maybe I'd do that. But yeah, I don't know.
yeah. That makes sense. Do you know what, like, you would have like a whole collection of IWCs, or
Oh, just I mean, there's a few that I like, and I'm not saying just IWCs.
right?
Stuff like that. Like maybe I get a few IWCs, a Panerai. I tried on some things the other day, and I really liked a lot of them. And I was like, oh, maybe I should, instead of getting one really expensive watch, I should get like 4 pretty expensive watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be an interesting move. Have you considered going sideways to like Moser, or
Uh-huh.
um, would that be something you're interested in, or are you
Yep.
more interested in the IWCs and Panerais?
I'm on a big IWC kick right now for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though I don't own one yet. But
They've been having a good year.
yeah, they're killing it. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't mind getting a Reverso. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind getting trying to think what else. I don't know.
Is there like a watch? So the watch you have right now that's super expensive, I kind of have an idea what it is.
Mhm.
Does that give you a lot of joy, or like
I don't wear
yeah,
it. I
because you
mean,
used to
I
wear it
love
around
it.
the house a lot, right?
Yeah, I love it. It's just I'm not even comfortable with it in the house.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, put it in the bank and forget about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Man,
so
that's
yeah,
rough.
it's not that rough. I mean, it's money in the bank right now, really.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
I meant if you really loved that watch and you really wanted to wear it, but you couldn't because you were concerned about it. I was
mm,
thinking, that is kind of rough, that
yeah,
if you really wanted to wear it.
That's
yeah,
literally money in the bank, right?
yeah, yeah. It's doing better than my stocks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's super interesting. Um,
Mhm.
Torin, do you have any thoughts on downgrading, or climbing, or moving sideways?
Yeah, I think. I mean, you kind of touched on some of the reasons. I mean, I'm a big flipper, so like one of the main reasons is to kind of liquidate money to get something new.
Yeah.
I think the other big reason I struggled with a lot is if I didn't feel like the watch fit in the current collection, or if I just wanted something else to check off the boxes, like we've talked about that in the past.
Yeah.
But for example, like my first Rolex, which I think we talked about last week, is a two-tone Datejust turnograph. I didn't feel like it fit in the collection that well. I mean, at the time I thought it was too dressy and too flashy, and I sold it, and the funds went directly to my Grand Seiko SPGN 003, which I still have. And I feel like a lot of people, if they saw that move, they would be like, "That's a downgrade from Rolex to Grand Seiko," especially like a 9F quartz Grand Seiko.
Yeah.
But I love that watch. It's my favorite Grand Seiko.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that wouldn't have been the only thing you got, right? Or would you?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So I had a bit of money left over, but
Yeah.
that was the watch that kind of like fueled that purchase. Like,
Yeah. Makes sense. How about you, Bobby? Have you had any experience? I know you had a huge Speedmaster collection and you liquidated all of that. Uh,
Yeah, but the question is downgrading, though, right?
Yeah.
That's so I haven't I haven't like bought a lot of watches or flipped a lot recently, and I'm taking my time for purchasing the correct pieces. But I think what kind of like Colin was alluding to, what I like to do is to get a watch that's legible and wearable. And I think the problem with a lot of times the concerns that are nowadays is I feel like I want something that is not also recognizable, might be the third thing on the list. And so like these pieces that I'm trying to get, like the reverse, so I don't think if I wore that outside, I wouldn't be concerned at
Yeah.
all wearing it. Nobody would know what I'm wearing. It's probably, as expensive as in a retail, at least. I don't know. This is a 2011 model, but um, like a stainless steel Rolex. But I'm feeling much more safer. I have that calm, peace of mind walking on with a watch on a strap. That being said, I think the point that you were saying about downgrading is the wearability might be the thing that I would probably downgrade a piece or two. I think sometimes some of the pieces I might be owning might be incrementing value, to the point I might not feel comfortable wearing it, and I might want to downgrade that to a piece that I might like. Colin was mentioning a Panerai. I think a Panerai is definitely, or an IWC, anything from a Richemont red, I guess. That's a daily wear. I think is a good piece to think about wearing daily as a beater.
Yeah.
And I think I'm definitely thinking of Panerai as a black dial watch. I've talked to, I think I see Amin on the chat here, but I do love my Ed White. It's just increasing in value. Like you said, the Speedmaster. I'm feeling like, why don't I just drown it to a Panerai and use that extra funds for something later on? That's something I hate to say that, especially as a speedy, crazy nut. But that's something that may come into fruition in the future.
Yeah. But you would never.
I love that white. I love wearing it. It's the perfect proportions, the perfect Speedmaster. It's just that the value goes up to the point at which you're thinking market value, and then you're like, is it wearable? Do I feel like I should wear something that's 5 digits or mid 5 digits versus something I could wear like that's 3 or 4K on a strap, and then have this whole other budget that I can use for whatever liquid fund, so to speak.
Yeah. So this would be like your first foray into that, right?
In a long while, I did a long time. Like you said, I had a large speedy collection before, and I did downgrade to I did have a IWC flag Top Gun chronograph, which I downgraded one of my Speedmasters for, and I loved it. I loved wearing it. It was a Ceratinium case, and it was a nice feeling. It's just that I don't think at this point in my collection, I feel like I'm going to downgrade anytime soon, except maybe the Speedmaster.
Yeah. But you'd never consider the Snoopy. That's
Snoopy's never going. That's probably the 3. Every other watch in my collection is game except the Snoopies. The Snoopies are never going anywhere.
Yeah. Now, say the Snoopy continues to explode in value.
It's not going anywhere.
would you wear them? Would you?
I still wear them. I still don't think people know what it is.
Right.
If I wear a Snoopy Speedmaster, nobody knows what it is, and that's what I feel. The comfortability, legibility, wearability, and then not feeling that. That's why I don't like. I shouldn't say I don't like Rolex. I like Rolex a lot. I like the brand because it's so, reliable as a tool watch. It's just that, like what was just mentioned earlier, the concern about walking in public. And I live in a city. This is not like I live in a city where, things can happen. So that's another reason why I like independence too. I feel like nobody knows that either. At this point, maybe it'll evolve in the future, but
yeah, you guys should pay a visit to my neighborhood. We could go for a walk down the street.
The dirty show off.
New dirty schwa.
That'll be considered a good Miami neighborhood. Just letting you know.
Let's check in with the chat and see some wrist checks. Scott Tarlow is wearing the Globemaster, beautiful choice. Neff is wearing his Black Bay 36 silver. Oh wait, is that what he's wearing? It's boring. It's got to go. Let's see. Oh, Rick is wearing his beautiful Vacheron Overseas Dual Time Gen 3. Easy Clayton is wearing the BLRO, same as Colin. James Duffy, Mito Ocean Star GMT, decided not to sell it. Cool. Jared was wearing a really cool one. Oh, yep. The Speedmaster Heslite 3861.
Good watch.
Yeah. Colin's next purchase after Marcus gets it.
Yeah, maybe.
Kevin is wearing his SBGX 335 again. That's getting a lot of wrist time lately. The new Zenith is not gone. It's still here.
I might buy that, actually.
Wait for the review, guys. Wait for Sanjay to release the video.
Not a shot at you. I mean, just that watch, that model.
I hear you. It's not a shot, even if it was meant to be.
Yeah. I got to try it on. I tried it on a long time ago. I got to try it again.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
For me, at least. All right, I'm going to jump way down in the chat, guys, because we're a little behind. And say hi to Amin, because Bobby mentioned he was here. We got a couple others, I think. Wrist Ross, there you go. Hey, Wrist Ross. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so yeah. Oh, Pierre Martin is wearing his IWC Mark 18, the Petite Prince. Very cool. And I've seen reviews the kiss of death. So a couple of our friends, like I mentioned earlier, they've done the downgrade quite recently. We can kind of go through that real quick. I think the earliest and most somewhat shaking downgrade, I think, was the downgrade that Clayton from the Watchdog podcast did. I'm just going to share my screen here. Let's go whole window. All right. So he went from the Grand Seiko Shadow. So the one we have here, the SPGA 429, Soko Shadow, down technically. Don't take any of this personally, guys. It's really not down because it's all very personal. He went and got this, the SLA 043. So not as much tech in here. The Soko has spring drive. This one, however, has ever brilliant steel, which is super non-corrosive, apparently, and that's about it. It's got a I don't mean that as a slight. It's got a cool cool Grand Seiko derived movement. And yeah, it's a dive watch. And Clayton mentioned that, this is his lifestyle. Even though he loves dress watches and dressy watches, he really prefers dive watches and watches that are kind of hardy. But more so than this one, let's talk about the crazy one. He went to the No Time to Die Seamaster from the sub, the Yub. The maxi case, I think, is what he had. He went to the No Time to Die. Again, really not going down. In my perspective, I think this is a much cooler watch. But
it's a pretty cool trade. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first one is a little more bigger of a
controversial.
Yeah, compared to the second one. The second one, that's probably one of the, if not the best Seamaster. Sorry.
Yeah.
Currently in production. Or is it still in production? I don't know if the movie released, right?
Pretty sure
they still make it. Yeah.
They still make it. Yeah. So I mean,
is that a titanium watch? I can't remember.
Yeah,
it is.
Is the bracelet titanium or it looks steel?
Mm-hmm.
It is. Yeah.
I think it's titanium.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a titanium
mesh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mesh.
Titanium
Cool.
mesh.
And with the loom bezel too.
Yeah, but isn't that only on the limited edition though?
Yeah, the limited edition. This is the limited edition, right?
Yeah, but he didn't buy the limited. He bought the one on the NATO, right?
No, they're all not limited. So limited production.
Production, yeah. That's my question.
There was a limited edition that looked the same, I thought.
Oh,
I'm sure someone in the chat can tell the difference, but
yeah, I thought that was like a previous gen, looked hideous, had like that, aperture, the James Bond aperture in the middle of the dial. Was that the one? Man, it was really ugly Seamaster. But yeah, I mean, someone in the chat, if you guys can chime in, I thought it was all, limited production, the whole thing. Dan says
maybe I'm wrong.
The chat.
He did buy the bracelet separately. Clayton did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So really cool trade in my books. I think titanium suits Clayton a lot. It is an interesting Seamaster. The sub is, it's everywhere. It's a great watch. I really like the sub, but us as watch collectors, we're a little quirky. We want to be a little different, right? At least I know I do. And I think this is like that ultimate move, like a hard left turn. So
I mean, he traded a dive watch for another dive watch and got money with it. So that's a pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
trade,
it
in
wasn't
my
an
experience.
even trade, right? Like he probably came out with.
Yeah, he got cash.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
cash. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
the first trade was an even trade. So if I'm not mistaken, the Seiko Shadow ran Seiko Shadow to
Mm.
the SLA 043.
What do you guys think about that first trade? I felt that might be a little more. I wouldn't have done that, but
Yeah,
again,
I felt he could have probably came out a little bit better than an even trade.
That
That's
was
just
even.
me personally.
That
Yeah,
was
I'm
just
pretty
watch
sure
for
it was
watch.
even. Yeah, I I'm a dress watch guy, and the two blue tones always give me a little, twitch in the eye when I see it. But it is a beautiful watch, the SLA 043. I wouldn't have done it. I would have stuck with the Seiko Shadow. But that's me. I sit at a desk. So Clayton is a dog runner, so it's much more suited for him, I think.
true. Whatever makes
Um,
the collector happy, we're just
Mhm.
second
yeah, it's all
guessing.
personal.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Let's check in with the chat here. Let us know what you guys think of that move. We got consent from Clayton. He wanted to be on, but he couldn't. And also Corey, we're going to talk about his downgrade. Downgrade. I keep having to do that. um,
And I just want to ask this panel here because you guys are more likely to trade up then, right? Than trade down. If I were to ask that question.
yeah, I am.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like if you're trading up, especially with a dealer, you're not going to get a good value compared to trading up. At least you can probably try to maximize or try to get a discount from the.
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah.
reachable, I think, in my opinion.
Well, when I'm negotiating though, and if I am trading down, I say, well, I'm taking two pieces off your hands, and you're getting only one piece to sell. So, yeah, it's something you can try saying. Chad saying the watch is dope. Kevin says the GS Shadow for Seiko Prospects doesn't seem that big of a downgrade. Yeah, and yeah, it's not. Also got the No Time to Die. Yep. Let's see, and then we have the little chat about not being limited.
Sorry, I feel dumb now.
Oh no! Hey, no,
I mean, it's Omega. We can't keep up with it. So
Yeah, that's true.
you just got to show.
They're all
how-
limited, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. With Omega, it's always.
Yeah.
I got like a 50-50 chance of being right by saying
Yeah.
it's limited.
Karin saying the latest limited was Her Majesty's Secret Service, HMSS. Amin saying two great trades. Gun barrel Seamaster was the limited edition. Yeah, so it was a gun barrel. I thought it was like a camera aperture, but I guess it was the rifling inside a barrel. He got two awesome watches, says Chaz. I have to keep in mind that Sanjay drinks from a gold chalice. Not tonight. Just drinking like a commoner tonight.
What is that? Prune juice?
No, it's apple cider.
Oh,
wow.
living
Yeah.
on the edge.
Downgrading from the chalice.
Yes, it's a downgrade. Not non-alcoholic, just so you guys know. I know apple cider is usually alcoholic. Straight out of Loblaws.
Just question. I mean, just looking at the chat. When was the last time you went to the AD, Sanjay?
That was for
The trade?
yeah, for
Okay.
the
A couple
Zenith.
of weeks. Okay.
Yeah. About 3 weeks now. The pens have been really pens have been really distracting me, so which is pretty good. Learning a lot. Learning a lot. I'm not going to break out into pen talk now, though, so you guys can take a breath of relief.
I could go for that.
Yeah.
And talk.
I'm tempted. I'm not. I tried new ink today, but I'm not going to talk about it. Anyway, yeah. So let's talk a bit about Corey's changes. I'll pull the screen up again. Corey had this beautiful SBGR 261, which is a lot like the famed SPGM 221,
Yeah.
but it's the three-hander version.
Mm.
Very,
beautiful.
very, very nice watch. However, he moved on down again, air quotes, to this, the SJE 085. Now it looks hideous here. That bone strap really doesn't do this thing any favors. But um, I own this watch too, so I'm gonna go to my Instagram and try to find a decent photo that I've taken of this thing. Oh, look at those beautiful watches from
Such
good old days.
great pictures. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. So yeah, this is the SJE 085. It's a 36.5 millimeter watch. The SPGR 261, I believe, is 40, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, other than that, a similar manual wound, not a similar movement, but yeah. So moving down from a Grand Seiko to a Prospex, pretty much. It's not labeled Prospex, but Prospex, a way different watch. What are you guys' thoughts on this one?
What
I
I'm
like it.
learning is like, Grand Seiko and Seiko are pretty much the same thing, right? Everyone's just trading one for one.
Yeah.
I think I see Sanjay's nostrils flaring when you just said that.
No. No, I don't mind. I don't mind people saying that. I call my Grand Seiko Prospex.
That's just a joke, Sanjay.
Well, it does tell you that like Seiko has multiple tiers, right? And like the top tier of Seiko is kind of like the bottom middle tier of Grand Seiko in some cases.
Yeah, they're interchangeable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Justin. I just babbled some numbers. I just expect you guys to know what I'm talking about.
I think I
SPGM,
realized that Grand Seiko also makes cream dials pretty well.
They
yes,
make the best
They-
cream dial, I think.
I agree.
Like-
Yeah. So to me, this is a really solid move. I'd say this is a solid move because Corey also is a bit more active. He's got he's got kids. He's a young guy, and Owen sells straps has it for $315. Yeah, the Seiko is 50 meters water resistant. It's a very thin, almost feels like a manual wound watch. It's automatic. Once it's off the bund strap, it looks a lot more elegant and can be used as a dress watch or as a sports watch. One that you can bang around way more than say the SBGR 06 or 261 061 261.
How many? What was the water resistance of the Grand Seiko?
50 meters.
Okay.
The
I mean, does it change that much?
I think there's a significant bump when it comes to like 30 to 50 for me. 50.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really care either way. I take 30 meters is perfectly fine for what I need watches for, but I think when it gets to 50,
You feel more safe.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, a bit more safe. Yeah, so I think this was a solid move. It was a great move for Corey. He did write a little note about it because he wanted to be here too, especially
Sure.
to talk about it. So I'm just gonna read it real quick. So pretend I'm Corey. Let's see. Essentially, I got rid of my Grand Seiko SBGR 261 so I could have the Seiko SJE 085. I know Clayton has also been in a position where he let go of a GS for a regular Seiko. I guess to some, it's a little bit like moving down in prestige, but for me, it would be no different if I had traded the GS for a Tudor or Omega or whatever. I felt a connection with the SJE 085, and it that trumped my GS and any GS I've seen in person thus far. I don't know. Sometimes a certain watch just speaks to you as it has that it factor. So I'm just gonna leave it there. That's kind of one of those examples, where you connect with a watch more than say a watch you're supposed to connect with.
True.
And yeah, to me,
I-
that Seiko is a prized part of my collection because it negates my need for an Explorer. I have not had the itch for an Explorer, which I've had that itch for like 2.5 years, and it's gone. So I really enjoy that Grand Seiko, or sorry, that Seiko SJE 085. Um, just so you guys know, it's one of the higher end. So it's the SJE models, which have the 6L35 movement, which is like um, an ETA 2892 rather than the NH35 or the 4R35. So this is like a bump up.
I think there was a key word he said, the it factor. I think when you wear a watch and you buy a watch, I think even in all our collections, like a lot of them have like when you wear it, you felt for the first time, you felt something electric. I think I only had a few times. I think the Green Dragon and like the Vacheron Overseas, a couple of watches. When you wear it, like okay, this is not going anywhere. But I think a lot of watches I have still having a collection. It's great watches. It's done like it doesn't have the it factor, and those are the watches I think you feel like you want to trade down.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Aaron. That's very kind of you. We really don't have to do that, but I appreciate it.
So I actually did trade down once, except when I was doing it, it was kind of a transactional trade down. I traded down for the purpose of trading the next that to make
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
to make it
That's a good one.
worthwhile. But I really did enjoy the watch I traded down to just as much as the one that I traded. So I had the white dial Milgauss, and I traded that for cash plus the Black Bay 58 blue.
Oh, okay.
And I wore the Black Bay 58 blue for a month or two, but like it's a great watch, right? It easy to wear, all that kind of stuff, and I got just as much enjoyment out of that Black Bay 58 as the Milgauss, really. And I ended up selling the Black Bay 58 just because that was kind of how I was getting out of the Milgauss. But yeah, it you can get just as much enjoyment from a watch that's a third of the cost.
Yeah,
True.
absolutely. That's a really interesting thing because I know I've done that too. I've if I'm trying to sell online, or the handful of times where I've done that, I've
Hmm.
accepted a trade plus cash for a watch, knowing that
Hmm.
it's easy for me to sell that other watch that I'm getting,
Right.
um, versus selling the watch that I might have been having for sale. So yeah, that's a really interesting reason to downgrade.
But that's the other point that was mentioned was there was a trade down from a Rolex to I guess a Rolex sister brand is when you're trading down a watch that has high liquidability, you feel concerned that when you trade down, you're not going to take a wash on it uh, with another piece, and that's the hard
Mm,
thing about me trying to collect is I try to collect a watch that's non Rolex or non Patek, which still has that retainability factor, which is not it's pretty hard to do
Hmm.
right.
saying those things, and it's
Yeah.
easier when you have a Rolex or some liquidable like a Patek and you're trading down from those pieces. And that's the good thing about collecting Pateks, APs, and Rolexes.
Hmm.
Right.
From that aspect of trading down is so much easier than other
And
watches.
I felt comfortable trading down to the 58 because it is pretty liquid as well, and I knew what it was worth, and I knew that I'd be able to get like it was a favorable trade, and I ended up getting more than I was asking for the
Sure.
Milgauss, right, in the end.
Yeah, very cool. Let's jump into the chat real good. Real good, real quick. We'll jump into the chat real good, guys. Uh, Kevin S says, I love my SPGA 293, the cream dial with the spring drive, 100 meters water resistance, wear it as my work watch, or on an alligator strap. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful watch. It's just a hair thicker than I'm comfortable with.
There are two SBGM 221s for sale in Canada right now, and
Oh
they're
yeah,
just
There were a
taunting
lot.
me.
There were a lot on sale for Black Friday too.
Where there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in the mid to high 3,000s. Yeah.
wow. You almost pulled the trigger on at 3,500, right? I think, Colin.
Who me?
Yeah.
I won't pay 3,500. No.
Yeah.
32, 33. I'd do it around there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the Grand Seiko you're looking at, right? That's the only one that you would consider at this point.
That's right now. Yeah.
Kevin S says I wouldn't trade any GS for Seiko. Just keep buying. Yeah. So I think at that point, I almost agree, except funds aren't unlimited, and life is short. So, yeah, patience is short too. Justin saying Sanjay had a Rolex itch. Who are you, man? Yeah. Explorer 36 and OP 36. I would totally get.
The only watch I'm thinking of right now is just for Rolex. I think is the bright colored Oyster Perpetuals. I guess the OPs.
Mm.
Yeah.
The one I think I'm liking is the yellow one.
Okay.
The bright yellow one. That looks
It's nice.
Yeah,
it is nice. It's a bit. I mean, they're all super popular, but the yellow I think is a bit more attainable, right? Not that it's unattainable.
I have no idea of the market, but
okay.
I do what I didn't like about the Milgauss, which I love the Milgauss model is the polished center links. And the Oyster Perpetual doesn't have a polished bracelet like the center links, so that's what I like about the.
Not as good as a yellow Laureato, but
Yeah,
what are you gonna do?
Gotta get an eagle. Gotta get an owl for that one.
Kevin S. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, let's see. Is there a GS reference number legend I can refer to? Oh,
Sanjay has a. You probably have a legend somewhere, don't you?
Yeah. Well, Sha Luso, a great YouTube channel. I'll give him a shout out. Him and we did a Grand Seiko video sometime back, and I totally nerd out about serial numbers. We did that with Clayton and the Watchdog podcast too. So if you want to watch,
I feel like every night before you sleep, you just rattle out numbers of Grand Seikos before you sleep.
He doesn't count sheep. He counts Grand Seiko references.
Yeah.
M means
Exactly.
GMT with automatic, not high beat. M is not.
Do you get your kids to quiz you?
No,
is there a dictionary for that, like an encyclopedia that explains all this kind of? Because I'm totally confused by the reference numbers on Grand Seiko.
Okay, well, you can go into it super quick.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize
so
in advance.
It's so simple. So you have 4 letters, right? S, B, G, A. A is kind of like the movement that's going to be in there, right? So A is spring drive. M is GMT, but automatic, so not high beat. J is GMT high beat. So like the last letter is super important. The string of numbers after, so the 3 numbers after, they're not so important. They're kind of arbitrary, as far as I know. And if there is an L instead of a B, that means it's their upper echelon watches. So if it's SLGA, that means it's their new, more higher end spring drive. SLGH is their new higher end high beat 3-hander. So yeah, it's so interesting.
What reference do you have right now on your watch? Is it SPG?
SPGY.
What's Y?
Y is manual wound spring drive.
All right. So SPGA is
spring drive.
Spring drive
3-hander.
Gotcha.
With power reserve. Yeah.
All right.
Man, your dislikes are just going up so fast. It's crazy. I've never seen it go up this quickly.
Yeah.
Any reason to?
You should publish a book like that, Sanjay. I think you would do well.
I'll handwrite it in a beautiful Hiroshizaki ink. Anyway,
I'm still confused, but that's okay.
Just the four letters. 4 letters are the most important. So,
okay.
Yeah. So do you guys have any watches that are coming up that you might be interested in purchasing soon, Tori? Any
Yeah,
thoughts?
after You're Terrific put out that review of the Nomos, what is it, the Neomatic Sport Blue Dial with the new bracelet.
Oyster?
Yeah, that looks pretty nice, in my opinion.
Yeah, it would fit your wrist.
Yeah, 42 millimeter Nomos is big because like the lug to lug is hella long, but I can
Yeah.
pull it off.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say reverso, and because he just did a reverso video now.
He did
Yeah,
do a
that's
reverser video.
Yeah, that was a
Very
Oh,
really
good.
good
that
video.
one. Okay, I had to look it up. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
I mean, I
The
just want to try it on because I haven't really worn Nomos before, but I've always like admired them from a distance. And I know Marcus like trashes them, so like
Mhm.
yeah.
but
We
I
should
like
probably
German.
skip it.
Probably get a good deal on it.
Perhaps.
Colin bought a Nomos on a great deal.
I've had 2 Nomoses and I made money on each of them.
Yeah.
How
there
do you
go.
feel about it, Colin? Like the ones you had?
It didn't have the it factor.
Definitely didn't have the it factor. I had the I don't know if I'm saying it right. The Tangenta,
Tangente or whatever?
Tangente, I don't know, Tangente, whatever. I liked it. The lugs were kind of long and really thin, which bugged me a little. Um,
I feel like with the new bracelet, at least they're integrating it, right? So like the end
Mm.
links mesh up to the case.
They have bracelets now. I thought they were usually on straps.
this one does. This
Wow.
blue
Yeah.
one.
This new one, the Neomatic
Yeah.
Sport, has a oyster style bracelet that
Yeah.
meshes to the case, and it's 300 meters water resistant.
Oh, there you go.
Dan has a Seiko model number reference.
Um,
Time and Tide
they,
did one too.
they were okay watches. I mean, it depends. Like at the time in my collecting journey, it made sense to have those watches, and they were fine. And I bought them really well. I think that's the important part: is make sure you
Yeah,
buy them
right.
like super well.
What was the colorful ones from Nomos? Is it the Club Campus? The ones that like bright blue.
I think so. Yeah,
like
I
a
had a
summer-
30.
Yeah, the campus are pretty popular and colorful.
I had a 36 Club Campus.
Okay.
Which was I found a little too small for me, for my taste. But again, I got that for like $600 or something.
Nice.
It was like super cheap.
Yeah. Would you consider like one of the smaller ones, Torin? Or would it have to? Is it that bracelet that's really drawing you to it?
Well, the problem with that particular model, I don't think they make it smaller. I think it's 42 millimeter.
Okay.
A Neomatic Sport.
Right. Okay.
Like, yeah, the clubs and the other Nomos, yeah, they're typically anywhere from 36 to 40, I think. But
Yeah.
that Sport one, I'm pretty sure is only 42, which I'm okay with. I mean, I would like to try it on. And see.
Yeah. Hey, what do you got
What's-
there? sorry, Torin. I saw a pen.
Call it something shiny.
This is
Is that
a
a pilot?
this is a Leonardo actually. This
Oh,
one,
okay.
limited edition Tradici. It's called.
Oh, cool.
Thought I'd just flash that. It's sitting on my keyboard, so
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were talking about Grand Seiko references and pen references now, right? It's going downhill.
Tennessee Mike said ask about pens next. So
He did.
Do you guys like everybody here uses fountain pens? I know you two do, Sanjay and
probably
Colin, I
just
guess.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just use ball. I go standard. I'm kind of like
Yeah.
Mont Blanc ballpoint pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tennessee Mike says I learned what a gold nib is. Yeah. It's cool that they use solid gold for nibs.
That's a whole thing, right? There's like 14 karat, 20 karat gold nibs, and
Yeah.
right? You guys,
Yeah.
wow.
21 karat from Sailor. That's yeah. The Leonardo you have has
Yeah,
a
I'm
gold
trying to
nib, right?
read it. Yeah, this is a 14 karat.
My Leonardo, I'm not sure.
I have 3 Leonardos here. Look.
Holy
Oh.
cow, man.
Oh, you got that. Is that a?
Sanjay, you want to? You can.
Yeah,
oh.
we'll go full screen here.
Oh, jeez. There you go. So that's a cheaper one.
That's a pilot.
No,
Oh,
these
no,
are
those are
all
all
Leonardos.
Leonardos.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a primary manipulations, the one I already showed, and then this is it's a Memento Zero,
Okay.
but not the Grand Zero, so it's smaller. This
Right.
one has a steel nib. It's black.
Cool.
See.
Yeah. Very nice.
Mhm.
My Memento Zero Grande is 14 karat.
So anyone else planning on buying a watch soon? For the new year, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't.
Leonardo,
know.
Donatello.
Michelangelo. I'm somewhat interested in that.
Let's keep you for last, Sanjay. Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be easier to say. So, Tori, you were thinking about the Nomos, you said?
I was very intrigued by that Nomos. I'd
Okay.
love to check it out.
Call in anything before
That, if you want to go a tier higher in the German watch tier, I also am really interested in a Glashütte Original CQ.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a great watch
Mhm.
right there. How about you, calling anything before the end of the year?
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Is
you're
that
back.
better?
Yeah.
I'm waiting on a watch that hopefully will come by the end of the year. I may as well just talk about it. I don't care. It's the IWC Pilot
Yeah.
Chrono 41. So waiting on that.
With the new bracelet?
You got to be a member with a fountain pen. And,
Actually, it's
system as well.
the collective one. So
Nice.
it's
It's a beautiful
the
watch. I
yeah,
love
it's the black one. It comes on like a textile bracelet
Oh,
or
right,
something.
yeah.
That has a
Yeah.
Serotanium case too, right?
Yeah, Serotanium.
No,
No?
it's steel. Yeah,
Steel. Oh wow. Okay.
yeah, that one's steel.
That's the one with the grayed out loom, right? Grayed.
Yeah, it's got the gray loom, black dial, gray loom, black date wheel, black rotor, German date wheel. So it's a little different.
How many
That
millimeters?
does not sound like a very legible pilot watch.
It's okay.
Legibility is overrated.
Yeah.
Mark
in
and
my
Jack did a
opinion.
video on it.
Yeah, it looks pretty legible actually to me.
Yeah.
But we'll see when I get it in hand. I haven't seen it, so yeah, it's I'm excited for it. I don't know. The boutique keeps telling me it's coming very soon, but all the literature says February, so I have no idea when it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm interested in IWC too, but like, is it like pretty much getting it at retail, or can you get discounts on it normally?
Well, this one was at you had no choice but retail on this one.
I think the secondary market is still not.
Secondary is pretty soft. I've been offered discounts on particular models recently. The little big pilot and the Chrono 41s, you probably can't get a discount right now. It would be difficult. If you do, maybe it's just taxes or something, is my guess.
And the Mojaves are going above retail.
Yeah. Yeah, certain models are tougher to get, but if you want like a Pilot Chrono 43, which you could pull off probably, Torin, you could get a discount on that, like probably 20 plus is my guess on that. Yeah, but the secondary market is, you can get them for real cheap.
Yeah.
And actually, vintage IWCs from the 90s,
Yeah,
2000s are actually really, really awesome watches. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say their bracelets are better than Rolex bracelets, the 90s. IWCs are really good.
90s and 2000 IWCs are, I think, a real soft spot in the market right now. They're big, like modern watches. They're robust. They have good movements. Nice bracelets. They still hold up. Like some of those older chronos and the old Gentis style engineers and Aqua timers. All those, they're really cool watches for like under $5,000.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested in all those right now, actually.
And it's talking about microfiber cloth recommendations. That's funny because and Easy Clayton mentioned that he will hook Amin up. He sure will. We're chatting about microfibers after that stream. Easy Clayton and I, so he knows the good stuff. So everyone should message him. Rick says the collective pieces all hold value.
Nice.
Yeah, so far they do.
Yeah. Says Colin, that watch is sweet. Very happy for you, fella.
Thanks.
Noble Valjoux 7750 is a tank. Hey, AB's here. Good to see you, AB.
Yes.
Three.
That's one of the watches.
Yeah.
Sound
Yeah. Bobby, do you have any plans for the future?
For the future, yes. Not for this year.
Okay.
I'm waiting until January 2022 to hit.
Yeah.
To start this thing. I was actually a long time ago because I remember I had the Longa in June or May, forgot when.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually going to actually downgrade that to a Panerai and then just use the money, but then I sold it, and using those funds later on, hopefully to get the Gronfeld. That'll be the watch, hopefully in the future.
Ooh,
So
cool.
sweet.
Again, those are the watches that are hard to find. Is like watches that you're pouring a lot of money into, but hopefully not taking a wash on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's it.
But actually, and Colin and Amin were the ones who recommended it too.
I know, and I didn't do it, and I'm kicking myself because I was looking at them like before you, and
the week before it closed,
they
told me about it, and
wow,
I jumped on board.
Yeah.
Oh no,
before it closed. But yeah, I don't know when, but hopefully next year sometime. Maybe February, March, maybe April, May,
June, July.
I don't think beyond June, but maybe we'll see.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Well, for me, I have not been looking at very many watches. Remember that 34 millimeter Grand Seiko that I've been planning to buy? That's still, like, I almost did. I almost made a trip out to go pick it up or try it on, and I just kept remembering last time I was there and looking at it, the sales guy kept telling me not to buy it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, dude, it's a ladies' watch. Don't.
He must have got my check in the mail.
Exactly. I think, Sanjay, you should put the Zenith watch along with the angel on top of the Christmas tree, first of all, so that doesn't go to the AD.
No, that's not going.
Enjoy the holidays.
I promise you, that's not going.
Because that's a nice watch. I like the Zenith a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm still quite interested in that 9F 34 mil Grand Seiko. It's really affordable, so and I know I can get a good deal on it. So yeah, that's probably next up. It does. F says it has strong lugs.
You have two Grand Seikos now, right?
Strong lugs. I only have two Grand Seikos, and it only has spring drive, so it's I'm getting a little twitchy.
See, now if you got that 34 mil one, would you be tempted to move your Alpinist, or that wouldn't replace?
No, I can't move the Alpinist.
You haven't tried an IWC yet, right?
No, I haven't.
Maybe
I have
just
not.
think about like a vintage IWC.
Yeah,
maybe try like a Mark 16.
Yeah,
that might be something. It's so similar to a Rolex. I should say so similar. I take that back, chat people, but like a Rolex Explorer type of watch. It feels it's a good daily wear, I think.
Honestly, I think a 36 mil Explorer would be a perfect watch for you, Sanjay.
Yeah,
that would be great.
I would like to have a 36 mil Explorer,
Yeah.
but that's Seiko. That Seiko is really really something.
People just throw out brands to recommend to Sanjay so that he doesn't get the 34 millimeter.
Yeah. No, I don't have to have it.
know.
I'm really
It's a
itching
nice
to
watch.
ask Colin about that primary manipulations that he has.
Oh yeah, Clayton has the Mark 16. I see
Oh,
in the chat.
yeah.
He's had it for
yeah.
16, 12 years.
Wow.
Wow.
A lot
That's
of people in the that have had a Mark 16 love it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
people
size of the
really
Mark
like that.
16? Because like the new ones are 40, right?
I think it's 40. If
I think
remember
it's
correctly.
40, but it's thinner than the
Yeah.
18.
Okay. Interesting. Is the lug to lug the same? Because I feel like the lugs are long on.
I don't know.
Okay.
And isn't the date in the middle of the dial?
Oh, it's a 38.
Is it?
With the 38.
'90s pilots.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that next year they release the Mojave as a pilot watch, like not the pilot watch, like a Mark 18.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be something I would
sick.
probably jump on for items.
So I'm really tempted right now. I've been looking at it. Is the Ceratanium Mark 18 Top Gun Miramar? It's similar to what you had, Bobby, but
Yeah.
without the chrono.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I was thinking about that
Yeah.
one too.
Yeah.
What
it's
did Wolfgang
gorgeous.
have, Sanjay? Do you remember? Remember when he came? He had a
It-
nice.
What was it?
Wasn't that the Mojave?
It was the Mojave.
He
It
has a
was
Mojave.
Mojave,
He
but
has a
was
Mojave
it
big
like
pilot.
Ceratanium?
It was Ceratanium. Yeah. Oh no, it was just
No,
ceramic.
that's
right?
ceramic.
Oh, it's ceramic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I love that watch. He let me try it on. That was nice.
Yeah.
yeah. Let me try it on too.
Yeah.
It was.
IWC is moving in the right direction. If they did that, and as well as the Ingenieur, they like
Mhm.
released something with that. I don't know. I have an infinity towards integrated bracelets for some reason. So that'd be something else that I'd be liking a lot. That'd be something I might jump on next year. Whenever IWC is interesting to see.
Yeah.
Is
Would
there
you
any
think that-
Mojave that's small? Like not small, but smaller. Like most of them are big, right?
Yeah, the Chrono was 42 millimeters, I believe. The first one that they released.
Oh, that's
that
not
was from
bad.
last year.
Okay.
And I had a chance to jump on that one.
Mm.
Didn't, but it was I think you know who has it. Oil Money had it. I don't know if he
yeah?
still has it. But it was like retail was like 7 or 8K, and it's going out like for 16. But it's still a
Wow.
great watch.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
It's a limited edition, like 500 pieces, I think.
Wow.
Great watches. Those are watches that I wouldn't be concerned about wearing outdoors. Nobody would care about a Mojave colored, the sand colored case. They'd be like, what type of
Yeah.
toy watch is that?
Peter Boyle is saying, I commented on another one of your streams asking if the Omega Speedmaster was a good first watch. I remember that, Peter. To give an update, I got the phone call for a Rolex HS41
Nice.
with a blue dial with Jubilee and bracelet. Very
Beautiful watch. Beautiful
cool.
watch.
Got it. Congrats,
That's
man.
you could pack it up and call it a day if you really want. It's a great watch.
Is that the one with Biden was wearing during the
Yep.
presidential thing,
Yep.
the dark blue, right? I think.
Yep. It's like a sunburst blue. I used to have that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice watch.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing about chronos is their thickness.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But it's light though to wear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
IWC
the way
watches are-
IWC does it is like.
it's kind of like the Black Bay 41. But the problem with the Black Bay 41 is it's steel, so it's heavy. IWC it's light.
Mm.
But I don't know how small the. Do you know how thick your watch is that's coming in, Colin?
I don't remember. It's thick enough though. It's
16, I think, wasn't it?
I'd have to look it up, but yeah, it's over 14.
Okay.
That doesn't bother me really. It's kind of supposed to be thick.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a pilot big watch, right?
Yeah. Oh, so it's a smooth bezel he got, which is the exact Joe Biden watch, right? Smooth
Oh, cool.
Jubilee blue stick dial.
Trying to find a quick thickness spec here, but I can't seem to.
Um,
Yeah, well, I think we're all kind of running on a bit of fumes here. So, um, it was really great having you on tonight, Colin. Real honor, and Torin and Bobby as well. A real honor to have you guys on with me. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for joining us as well.
it's 14 and a half.
Oh, okay,
Okay, that's
that's
not
pretty
bad.
good.
Yeah.
Steve,
Thanks for having me, by the way. I heard
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I was looking something up. But
no.
thanks.
I still got to talk to you about that primary manipulations.
It's the same as yours. It's just a different resin.
I know, but
Okay.
oh, man, look at the colors on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like my one too.
It's the PM4.
Yeah.
So if you want to Google it,
Okay, because it looks like it has red and blue, and
it's got all the colors.
yeah,
Everything.
I got to get myself one of those. They're probably like.
I
two
think there's
times
2
three
people in the
something.
chat right now. 2, 1, 0.
All right, guys. Well, have a great night. Oh wait, Torin, do you have anything coming out this week?
Well, I did just put out a review of a fairly affordable watch. It's a Borealis Cascaeus. It has a beautiful, beautiful textured cobblestone dial. So I really enjoyed doing the review of that watch. You can check it out on my channel. And also, I am actually really planning hard. My brother and I were checking out some venues, but we're going to be trying to do a watch enthusiast meetup in Ontario in the new year, probably in January.
Nice.
So
Cool.
stay tuned for more details on that. And who knows, maybe Sanjay can be there if you're not working.
I hope to. I hope to.
Don't go all the way to Toronto, if possible.
Well, you were thinking like Kitchener.
Yeah,
area.
it's probably going to be close to Kitchener. I mean, that's only an hour, not even an hour to Toronto, really.
Yeah.
How cold does it get in New Year's there? Pretty cold, I presume, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, just want to make sure.
Well, I mean, it's not as
Not
bad
that
as you guys think. You know.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, Bobby, you
Canada.
can fly in if you want. I'll give you.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay in Miami and Rivers. Yeah, it's pretty-
January in Canada, you don't want to come?
Miami in January versus Canada in January. That's a hard choice. I'll think about it.
I mean, you get the snow, you get the true Christmas feel.
Mm-hmm.
We got some snow today.
Yeah.
I was sliding around. It was fun.
Wait, Colin, where are you? If you don't mind me asking, like generally.
I am close to. I'm at the bottom.
Detroit. Near Detroit, right?
Yeah, near Detroit. Without being too specific, yeah.
Detroit.
Okay. Well, so you're close to me then, because like I'm
Yeah.
London, so
Lives next to Eminem. That's where he lives.
For us tomorrow, we're going to be doing Watch Soup. Chaz from the Berg is going to be joining me, so that'll be a lot of fun. We're going to be chatting about this funny video Ben did from the Ben's Watch Club. Ben's turning out to be quite a journalist. He was like calling these guys out, exposing scam advertising basically on one of these watch brands, but that
Scam
cuts out
advertising in watch brands? Oh my god.
yeah, cuts out the middleman.
Wow.
But yeah, that'd be an interesting one to chat about. And yeah, so we will see you tomorrow. But everyone, stay safe, enjoy your weekend, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
See it.